Natural bodybuilding shows, in my opinion, do not exist. It is far too easy to be on steroids and to avoid a drug test with a good coach and good timing.
Everybody's on steroids. Everybody.
What's up folks, it's Uranus, we're in Brussels, welcome to another video. So I recently made a video about the top 10 reasons why you absolutely should stay away from steroids or any kind of performance enhancing drugs. Well, today we're taking a little bit of a different approach and I'll be talking about why you might actually consider taking steroids. Why do people actually do this shit to themselves? Now, just to make things clear, I'm not pushing anyone towards gear usage. This is for your information only. This isn't medical advice, it's for your information only and it's from my point of view. What are the top reasons that make steroids worth it? C'est parti. Number one, the most important reason for me is that you have reached your genetic muscle building potential and you want to keep on making gains. After years of natural bodybuilding, it's actually incredibly hard to still keep on making progress and to make your lifts heavier and gaining muscles. It's not like your first 2 or 3 years of muscle building and working out. Like in your first year, you could easily add 5 or 6 net kilograms of muscle on your frame. The second year, you can add 2 or 3 kilograms. After that, it becomes more and more difficult. In the beginning, every couple of weeks, you can add weight on the bar. After 5, 6, 7 years of natural lifting, you will hit a plateau and it's going to be incredibly hard to still evolve. You will have to work an entire year to make very little progress. Lifts won't go up forever either. I'm using the following example. Thibaut in shape, lifetime natty. He is the #1 most famous French fitness influencer of all time. Now, if you look at his beginnings, he made a shitload of progress in his first lifting years. That's also why he got so famous. But after a couple of years, his physique started to stall and it remained the same pretty much ever since. His physique didn't evolve that much because he reached his genetic potential. Same thing with another natty fitness influencers, very famous, called Scott Herman. Naturally, you will reach a plateau and it's extremely difficult to still make progress. That's where performance enhancing drugs will make it possible to make significant gains and to exceed what would have been physically possible with your genetics. And that's also why it's #1 for me. That is the very first reason. You have reached your genetic potential. Now, I've seen people at 19 years old that tell me that they have reached their genetic potential. I've seen people that don't even know how to do a proper tricep press down tell me that they have reached their genetic potential and they're starting TRT because you know they need it. It's prescribed by a freaking doctor. They need it. It's not steroids, it's TRT. Lift naturally for 5 or 6 years minimum, learn how to eat, learn how to supplement, learn how to have a lifestyle that supports anabolic activity and give all you have in the gym for all those years. Then see where you are and if you actually want to go down that road of steroids. I know people that have never counted a freaking macro in their life, yet they're injecting tren into their ass. Please don't be that guy. Number 2, you want to compete. If you're taking steroids just to look at yourself in the mirror or to be the biggest guy in the gym, for me, it's actually not freaking worth it. Don't let peer pressure and scrolling down on Instagram influence you and get to you. There's plenty of gains to be made naturally. Look at Michael Hearn. Now, I'm actually kidding there, but seriously, think twice before entering this kind of lifestyle. If you have to compete these days, whether it's for fun or you want to make your career out of it, you pretty much will not have a choice. Everybody is on freaking steroids. Natural bodybuilding shows, in my opinion, do not exist. It is far too easy to be on steroids and to avoid a drug test with a good coach and good timing.
Everybody's on steroids. Everybody.
So you've reached your genetic potential, you want to compete. Let's move down to number 3, 4 and 5. Number 3, providing that your food, your lifestyle, your resting and your other supplementation are on point, taking steroids will dramatically influence your muscle building capacity. Depending on your genetics and what you're taking, of course, you can expect to make the same rookie gains that you were making in your first year of lifting. What would have taken you 2 or 3 years naturally can now be done in a fraction of that time. And if you're in the numbers game, your strength and your gains, your strength and your lifts will increase dramatically. protein synthesis increases, protein breakdown decreases, nitrogen retention goes up, red blood cell counts goes up, better blood flow, better oxygen circulation, and so on. All that leads to better endurance, strength, and ultimately gains. That's what you want. Steroids will allow you to improve your physique and to build up your body dramatically. Number 4, better recovery. Recovery is one of the most important pillars of bodybuilding. Your muscles are not actually growing when you are in the gym, they're actually growing while you are recovering. With steroids, that recovery might be greatly increased. You're less sore after workouts and you're ready to go at 100%, much quicker, much easier. It helps with the wear and tear of lifting. If you've been lifting for a couple of years, you definitely know what I'm talking about. Some steroids like Deca, for example, can really help with joint pain. Now, they also might have the opposite effects because your muscles are growing, but your tendons are actually not growing at all. So you're adding more and more weight to the bar and you can quickly injure yourself. Just think about Thor Bjornsson or the Mountain. He had a couple of years where he was prepping for a boxing competition with Eddie Hall. He slimmed down, I think he lost like 50 or 60 kilograms to get into the ring, and he kicked Eddie Hall's ass. And after that, he wanted to get back to being a strong man and to having the really heavy lifts. He wanted to break again world record and get back to his powerlifting days, but he went a little bit too quickly and he ripped his chest tendon or he had a pec tear. But in general, steroids will enhance your recovery between workouts as long as you're really careful. Lastly, number 5, and I'm adding this because it's my personal list. For certain people, steroids might actually improve their mental health and improve the direction their life is taking. Now, let me explain that. I know people that were aimless, goalless, directionless before taking steroids. They were like jellyfish in the water being dragged by the freaking current, not knowing where they are going. And taking steroids completely changed their self-image, their body image, their confidence. It gave them drive, and especially it gave them something to aim at, and it gave them a freaking goal. That might sound insane, but for some people, steroids can save their freaking life. Am I saying it's healthy? Absolutely not, but I've seen it with my own eyes. So this was my personal top 5. Now I'm pretty sure you guys have an opinion of this also. What are the reasons people take steroids? Why do they do this shit to themselves? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Ending it here. I'll catch you on the next video. Uranus out.